Journey with Burgess. How are you? I hope that you are well. Today, I'm doing a bit of spiritual journaling. I thought I'd share with you a little bit of my spiritual journaling. There's been a lot on my mind the last few days, and since those of you who are here kind of know what's been going on, I thought that you'd understand why I needed to do some spiritual journaling. I used some of my inspirational oracle cards, the cards that to me are more inspiration than anything else. They provide me with a lot of just visual joy. I like the quotes that are on them as well. The deck is actually called The Universe Has My Back, and I will leave a link below in the description in case that you are interested in taking a look and getting some yourselves. The card that I took this inspiration from actually says, "Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world." The colors on that were actually gorgeous. It looked like a piece of amethyst on the card. The card is right below my watercolor palette. Sorry that you can't see it as well. I kind of moved the cards around a bit in here, so you'll be able to see it in a little bit. I did some journaling to make myself feel better. I set up the October in my hobo amjo using the cosmos, and one of the quotes that I found in there I think is really pertinent right now. The painter has the universe in his mind and hands. Leonardo da Vinci. When I was painting, I was using the colors and then later the words to sort of portray my mood. I got words out on the page to help me deal with some things, to figure out some things. The watercolor, however, was a way for me to express my feelings and thoughts and emotions without just purging all the negativity onto the page. I wanted to get in a more positive mindset. I wanted to clear my mind a bit, and using the watercolor allowed me to do that. It was very therapeutic. It was actually very restorative. It made me feel more refreshed. It helped clear some of that out of my mind. So the next part of the process was putting down the quote, and like I said, I go through different phases of this spiritual journaling. I actually chronicled a few different things, and one of the other things that I chronicled in here, there was another card. It goes from this to another one, and this card says, "Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is the highest good." That card just made me feel a very deep sense of gratitude, because when I very first started this journaling process, the spiritual journaling, I was frustrated, I was hurt, my spirit felt trampled on, I was disappointed, I was confused, and by the time I finished up this part, I was starting to feel so much better. The colors, painting, doing the watercoloring, the actual quote itself was putting me in a much more positive mindset. The next thing I did was to do a tarot pull. I had pulled these oracle cards, which were wonderful inspiration and very therapeutic, and they helped spark my imagination and my creativity. Doing some of the journaling and the quotes also helped me organize some of my thoughts. It helped me get rid of some of the self-doubt and the second guessing I was having, because I mean, this has been coming on for a while now. I wanted a place where I could do some of my spiritual stuff, but I didn't think of the writing and the tarot as spiritual so much as creative. But I think this will be better in the long run because we all have various parts of ourselves. Some we keep separate, some we mingle together, and I hadn't realized that I was intermingling so much. Some things do need to be intermingled, and should I have had to open a second channel? No. People can watch what they want to watch. They have the choice. But at the same time, I have to respect the honesty that some people gave me. They were coming at it from a sense of, hey, I love what you're doing, and I love your art and your planning and your journaling, but I can't participate or watch or anything, things that have to do with the tarot or any of that stuff. So actually, I think this, like I said, this will be much better for me in the long run. There's a sense of harmony now that I didn't really have before, and I think that it'll be a good thing. You will get more... Patreon got a more in-depth, less time-lapsed version of this in a different chat, but they usually get the more detailed stuff. So what I wanted to do, though, for this sort of an introduction to, is to tell you some of what I do. I'm on my spiritual journey. I am learning, I am studying tarot, I am studying astrology, I am studying the moon, and I don't know what I am exactly, except that I'm a spiritual person on a spiritual journey. And to be honest, that's just it in a nutshell. I know that certain things bring me closer to my higher self, closer to what feels like a divine presence, especially being in nature. I love going out in nature. And I'll be sharing more and more of my spiritual journey. So you'll see a lot as I go through. It's kind of a work in progress. The connections that we make with other people, the connectedness that we get from other people is part of why I did this. So I could honor myself and my spiritual journey, honor the self-love, and to have love and acceptance for those who want to follow me but cannot watch the videos that are more spiritual in nature. We're all part of this universe, and I think it's really important that we go about things from a perspective of love and acceptance, and that along our path, as we seek and spread joy, that we also spread kindness and love and acceptance. So as I pulled the tarot cards, like I said, I did what is called an eclipse spread. It's a really great spread to use when your judgment or your thinking or your feelings are clouded. It's also a really great spread to do when you need to kind of put your thoughts together. So you put the sun and the moon on each side, you pull a card, that card goes in the middle. That card for me was the Eight of Swords. That was significant. The card that was the resolution was the Lovers, and I did this after I opened this channel because I was kind of questioning myself. I felt a little backed in the corner after I'd opened it, like maybe I shouldn't have to open a second channel. Why am I doing this? I should be able to post what I want to post. But that was the bitterness, that was the resentment speaking. I feel like I made the right decision. I feel like this channel will be definitely an expression of my spiritual journey. There are also going to be videos on here about writing using tarot. Once I'm able to do more videos about astrology and writing, using astrology to help with your writing, I'll do videos about that. But right now I'm still really learning that. I've got the tarot and writing for the most part down packed, so I'm not quite qualified yet. I don't feel like to do any videos about astrology and writing because I'm not there yet. But I'm learning, and eventually I will get there. So I just really wanted to say thank you so much for coming to this channel, for subscribing. I know the bulk of you are from my other channel, the main channel. I'm really hoping that this one will surpass that one. You're going to get art videos because I do a lot of therapeutic art and creative stuff to help. I don't know, sometimes it's cleansing my spirit. I do whatever nourishes my spirit, and art oftentimes is what nourishes my spirit. So I do a lot of spiritual journaling, and it's different each time. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's that, but I'll share more. I will also do a video pretty soon of what I'm calling my Book of Spirits. I have a workbook that is a Book of Spirits. I also have a more formal one that you'll see. It's right now the interior part of it, like I have two different ones. It says Book of Shadows, but it's actually more of a Book of Spirits, so I need to change that. But like I said, I hope that you've enjoyed this. I really appreciate you being here, and I'm so glad that you joined me. I'm going to leave you with this last part, and what I'm going to tell you what the cards say, because this was just amazing to me. The cards that I pulled were just so synchronicitous. I surrendered to a power greater than me, and below that I wrote love. And I love how that turned out, what is below the tarot spread. And then to the right where it says, I am the dreamer of my dream. And my dream, you know, this being creative for a living is my dream. YouTube, I enjoy. And every now and again, I make a tiny bit of money at it. It helps support me because it helps me buy supplies. It helps me review things. And I will soon do a video, and I will show you some of my tarot cards. I have some oracle stuff, some new kind of stuff. I'm also doing the Halloween Chronicles. I'm following Romani. I'm part of her Wind Frog Sing the Halloween Chronicles. I took taking her class, so I'll show you some of that if you're interested. Y'all let me know what you're interested in, and I'll see if I can't make it happen. Thank you. Y'all have a great one. I appreciate you being here. Bye.